Hello, welcome to today's episode. So, today's episode is doing my body, summer. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my first year experience in marriage. Hey, okay, that sister is you that I'm talking about. Okay, now you can use me as specimen. I'll give you my experience. So, we have a lot of things that is playing in our head before we got married. As a teen, you have your dream marriage, you have a lot of fantasies playing in your head, you have a lot of things. Some people even have a way that it's like they have arranged it how they want their marriage to be. Well, I'm going to tell you that it doesn't happen most of the times how you think it's going to be, because husband is, as much as you feel like you know him, like you guys are different people, you are coming together, you are going into something that you've never been before. So, well, the outcome of your marriage can be arranged depending on you and your spouse, depending on the kind of knowledge you guys have, depending on the kind of preparations you guys have made. But then there's still a lot of things that we thought would happen in a certain way that didn't happen. So let me gist you. First thing is cooking. I see me like this. I don't really like to cook that much. Like, I don't really eat food. You understand? Like, I can take junks. Just give me juice, give me biscuits, give me snack. I'm fine. But now, when I got married, I had to be cooking every day. That one first shocked me, because my initial plan was get married to my husband. Don't be eating all the time like that. You don't want to be stressing me so much. My husband likes amala. Are you kidding me? He can eat amala like every night. So that one was first. That one was like, God. Where I came from, we had 5, and then 4 when my other brother traveled. So I knew how to make amala for 5 people. My first 2 trial was too much. The other one was too small. So before I could get the actual one, it took a little bit of time. So that one, take it away. My husband will enter the kitchen. He can also cook by himself now, or you don't want to be really stressing me like that. Auntie, you will cook. You understand? Cooking is your duty. It's not even stressing. That you give your husband good meals. It's not just even about cooking. What you've learned from your parents, you need to spice it up. Like, you need to learn how to put some garnishing. You want to cook the way your mommy has been cooking. You know how those our mothers used to be now. They can manage 500 to cook in last second. Is it that same thing you want to be cooking? Or you're just going to cook white rice all the time? Can't cook jollof rice, can't cook coconut rice. So cooking is a very big part of marriage that I really didn't take so serious like that, you get, and it's kind of like affected me in a way. So I have to start learning and everything. So another thing I want to talk about is this. I'm going to be in control thing, because my husband loves me so much, so he will not want to offend me. You understand that kind of feeling now? Like, you can be controlling things, like you always win arguments and all those kind of things. The fact that your husband loves you doesn't mean that you would always be in control. Like, men don't even want you to control them at all. So a lot of times I'm like, let's do this thing this way, and my husband will be like, no way, we can't do this thing. So I'll be surprised. And let me even give you one example. I used to love, I attended Winners when I got to school. Since 2012, I've been attending Winners. I love Winners a lot, and I told my husband about it. Sure, you know that when you get married, you're supposed to go to your husband's church. But I feel like, I told my husband, when we get married, we go to Winners. So I love Winners. My husband said, okay. Did you know that when we got married, my husband changed his mind that I'm supposed to go to his church? I'm like, but we've discussed this thing before now, that I will be going to Winners. I said no. That's what he wants. Yeah. I was really shocked, but I had to just follow through, because obviously he's my husband, so I have to. do whatever he wants, and peace has to reign. So a lot of things that you feel like, oh, it's going to happen, you're the one that is going to dictate how this is going to go. It's not always like that most of the time. So you have to be flexible, and you have to know that it is not all your suggestion that would win, or that would be welcome, or that would be taken. Do you understand? So that was another thing that I had to struggle with, because I felt like, if he lost me, he'll do everything I want. No be so. No be so. No be so. So another thing I want to talk about is behaving in a bad way and expecting your spouse not to react back. Like, how to put it, you are behaving somehow the way you're not supposed to behave, and you're expecting that each and every time you behave like that, your husband is going to welcome you with love, or your wife is going to welcome you. This is not Nollywood though, this is real life. You know, in Nollywood they say, how can you talk to me like that? The wife will just slap the husband, bah! And that one does that. You slap me? You slap me? And they'll kiss the next minute. Don't try it though. This is not Nollywood and that one can work. Real life. It's not going to end well. So you need to be conscious of your action. You need to be conscious of what you say. You need to be conscious of what you do. Because you can't expect to be behaving badly and be expecting that your spouse will be reacting in a good way. No, what you give is what you take. So please, let's take away that thing that my husband will love me with my bad behavior. Which bad behavior? See, bad behavior is bad behavior, and it's not welcome. Weakness is different. Bad behavior, and some people usually do this thing that they say they have weakness, and they will not be using it to taunt, and they'll be glorifying in their weakness. It's wrong. So you can't expect that you'll be behaving badly and be expecting that your spouse will continue to accommodate them. One day they will not take it anymore. So that is another thing that I learned in my first year of marriage, that I need to be conscious of what I do. I need to be conscious of the kind of what I say and how I just react to some things. Because if I'm giving it, I should expect it back. Do you understand? And last thing I want to share today is tears. I didn't know that we will be arguing about every little thing. I'm serious. Like, we argue like every day. There's just going to be something that will cause argument. Because early stage of marriage, I was thinking that this is so bad. Like, maybe the foundation is bad, or is it not the right person for me? No, you guys will argue. I mean, I've been in several instances with couples that they're like 15 years, 20 years over, and they still argue every time. You understand? So arguing every time doesn't mean that something is wrong, or that, argument is different from fighting. If you guys are fighting all the time, then that's where you need to check it. But you guys are arguing about something, it's normal that you guys will not reach a consensus about something. You get? So at first I didn't know. I was like, why will he be arguing with me about this thing? Or why is he not agreeing about this thing? Why are we always arguing? Something is wrong. Maybe it's not the right person for me. And you understand? So no, it will happen. You guys will argue. It's just about you forgetting about it. You understand? You argue this very minute, the next minute you guys are laughing. That's how it should be. So it's not about you guys are not going to argue at all. So I get that straight. The fact that you guys are having issues to talk about all the time doesn't mean that the person is a bad person, or doesn't mean that your marriage is not working. Okay, you guys can always learn from the mistakes, from the arguments. From time to time it will be reducing. I was telling my mother-in-law that the rate at which me and my husband used to fight before was quite alarming. But now, it has really dropped. I'm telling you. It has really dropped. Because a lot of things that would have made me flare up, or that would have made my husband fail, we've gotten to know each other. Like, we're growing on each other. We are knowing that, okay, fine, we should not. I already knew that that's what you say. Don't worry. That kind of a thing. So, don't worry now, there's still a lot that I'm going to share in one of my next episodes. I'll still tell you more about my first experience in marriage, like my first big experience that shook me, but is this how it is? Okay, so thank you for watching. And please subscribe. You that are watching, if not subscribed, please subscribe. You enjoyed this video, right? I have a lot of nice and inspiring videos. You can check my previous posts, and please comment and share. Thank you so much. I love you. I'll see you on my next episode.